If we can pull it up, we'll pull it up. But I am recording everything. Good to go. So let me go ahead and get this started, okay? Jody, if you want to do any business announcements or anything, I'll be ready here in just a moment. Gotcha.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to our first Business Connections Luncheon of 2017 with the Greater DuBois Chamber of Commerce. My name is Jody August. I'm the Executive Director. With me today, I brought Casey Kirkwood. She's at the back table there. She does member services with our office. So we're very happy to have this many members on a snowy day here at Luigi's Villa. We're very happy to be partners today with Jeff Tech. I know many of you probably don't know this, but I am a 1992 graduate of Jeff Tech. I try to say that softly because I don't want everybody to know how old I am. But I really enjoyed my time at Jeff Tech. I currently sit on their advisory board, and any opportunity that we have to partner with Jeff Tech, we do, because we really believe in the things that they have to offer. I'd like to start out by introducing Sam Matero. Sam is the Digital Marketing Arts Instructor at Jeff Tech, and he's going to come up here in a few moments. I know with our snowy weather, we're still trying to get everything set up digitally, but I'd like to pass things off to Sam.
Thank you.
How's lunch? Good stuff, right? Luigi's, what could go wrong, right? Well, welcome. As Jody said, we are absolutely thrilled and proud of the opportunities that we afford our young people that we teach, as well as adults in our community, and these types of partnerships that you're seeing in play here with the Chamber and economic development folks, community development, business leaders. These are actually critical and central to our mission at Jeff Tech, which is to educate our young people, not just in skilled trades, not just in, as we talked about, digital media arts, which you're going to learn a little bit about here today, but life skills. What do they need to be able to not just enter into the workforce and be the best that they can be and succeed at their vocation, but as a person, so they can become valuable members of our society, contribute, and help our community grow. So we're not just talking about education here today, folks. We're talking about economic development. So we have about an hour-long program here. We have a little bit of leeway in that. So appreciate you coming out on this snow day and giving us your time and well, your interest in Jeff Tech. And I think you're going to be impressed with what you're going to see. So we'll go ahead and get the presentation going. Megan, you want to go ahead? Our agenda today includes an introduction to Jeff Tech. We're going to handle that in about a couple minutes here. We're going to talk a little bit about what Jeff Tech is, what career and technical education is, and specifically what is comprehensive career and technical education. Why is it so important? Why is the facility and the school and the mission that we have in our community, why is it so important for our community and our young people? And how can you get involved at a deeper level to help provide more opportunities, more enhanced opportunities for these young people to grow and for our community to grow as a whole? Partnering with Jeff Tech, we're going to talk a little bit about online linkages. What does that mean? Well, kind of what we're doing here today. We are having, with the ice storm, of course, we do have issues with Wi-Fi and internet being a little bit intermittent, and anybody in DuBois understands that. That does happen from time to time. So we are live streaming today. The quality is so-so. So if you have 4G out here and you want to jump on the Jeff Tech webpage or the Chamber webpage and share our live stream, that would be very valuable. We would appreciate that. We're going to talk a little bit about digital marketing opportunities as you partner with us through adult education, through regular high school education, through cooperative education. How can you leverage that you're doing for our kids and for our community pick your business in a wonderful light in the community as well. So there's a lot of opportunities that we're going to share with you through our occupational advisory committees, our new Alumni Association website that is about to be launched, cooperative education, adult education, and lastly, we're going to touch on what we do with the Digital Media Arts program, all the marketing that you see from Jeff Tech out in the community, the DuBois TV stuff, the website, the video, the wonderful brochures that you're going to see here today. These kids are amazing, and we want to put them to work for you and for our community. Okay, Megan? Thank you very much. And of course, 13 programs at Jeff Tech. What is Jeff Tech? Jefferson County ABTS. That means we are a comprehensive career technical high school. We offer exceptional training in 13 different training areas that are really focused on the needs of our local community. That is the point of career tech centers throughout the country, is that we look at the local job force, we look at the opportunities that are available, we look at the numbers in terms of projections for industry growth, and we tailor our programs to fit the needs of our particular community. So there is, I can guarantee you, there is a program in Jeff Tech that in one way or another touches everybody in this room in terms of the professional services that you use on every single day, and in terms of the opportunities that you have to hire these kids to work in your industries, as well through adult education, for additional training, for certifications, well, you're going to see with Megan Bundy talking about that too. So we're not just talking about high school kids. Comprehensive, what does that mean? Comprehensive simply means we are not a part-time school. Most of the schools in the state of Pennsylvania are part-time schools, like the Career Tech Center over in Clearwood. And the old tech that we went to when we were kids, right? You went half a day at your home school, you took your academics there, and then you went up to the VOTech and you took your vocational program. Well, we are a comprehensive high school, and we provide full, very rigorous academic course load for our students. So they're there to take their academics in the morning, and then they go into what we call their CTE program, or commonly referred to as their shuttle program. You know what? I can stay here and talk all day. But let's go ahead and hear a couple minutes here. Go to our YouTube channel. This is Bundy down here at Google. It's already queued up for you. We're going to hear a couple minutes here from Mike Rowe. We all know Mr. Rowe here. You want to go back to the beginning? From his work in Dirty Jobs and on TV. We'll go ahead and bring that up full screen. But he is a strong advocate for career and technical education, and several years ago was asked to address Congress on this very important matter. And I got a 2-minute clip here, which hopefully will draw some of these bridges for you that we're trying to illustrate to you. Great guy, and I know Mr. Philman, our executive director. He's a big fan of Mr. Rowe, and we're going to be hearing from Barry here in a few minutes as well. So in the meantime, we got a 2-minute clip. Let's go ahead and pull that up full screen. There you go, and hit play.
So here it is. I believe that we need a national PR campaign for skilled labor, like a big one, something that addresses the widening skills gap head on and reconnects the country with the most important part of our workforce. Right now, American manufacturing is struggling to fill 200,000 vacant positions, I'm told. And there are 450,000 openings today in trades, transportation, and utilities. The skills gap seems real, and it's getting wider. In Alabama, a third of all skilled tradesmen are now over 55. They're retiring fast, and there's really nobody there to replace them. Alabama's not alone. A few months ago in Atlanta, I ran into Tom Vilsack, our Secretary of Agriculture. Tom told me about a governor he knows who is unable to move forward on the construction of a new power plant. The reason I felt it was fascinating, it wasn't a lack of funds or a lack of support. It was a lack of qualified welders. In general, people are surprised that high unemployment can exist at the same time as a skilled labor shortage, but they shouldn't be. We've pretty much guaranteed it. In high schools, the vocational arts have all but vanished. We've elevated the importance of higher education to such a lofty perch that all other forms of knowledge are now labeled as alternative. Millions of parents and kids see apprenticeships and really valuable on-the-job training opportunities as vocational consolation prizes, best suited for those not cut out for a 4-year degree. And still, we talk about creating millions of shovel-ready jobs for a society that doesn't really encourage people to pick up a shovel. In 100 different ways, I think we've slowly marginalized an entire category of critical professions, reshaping our expectations of a good job into something that no longer looks like work. A few years from now, an hour with a good plumber, if you can find one, is going to cost more than an hour with a good psychiatrist, at which point we'll probably all be in need of both.
Okay.
And I just wanted to throw out there that this is kind of our motivation when you see
It went to the next YouTube video. They love you, Barry. They love you. Let's have you back here. Thank you.
We are trying to be responsive to what you see there in regards to the plumbing, the electrical, and all these skilled trades. And one of the motivations that we decided to follow through with was to start an HVAC program, HVAC and refrigeration. 2/3 of the HVAC technicians in the country are age 55 and older. So the math there works in the favor of any student that would come through an HVAC program and work to become a technician. So we're looking for those trends. That's a national trend that's easy to find. One of the things that I would encourage you to do when you go back today is to look at local trends that hit at those kinds of information and inform us of those decisions. So when you see the occupational advisory committees and different opportunities to get involved, I just wanted to throw out that statistic and mention how that motivated us, and hopefully you can turn your wheels over. I won't leave till anyone's done with any questions you have today or things that you want to throw out. I can't say enough for Mike Rowe and for what he's done for the image of what we do. So I'm always glad to include him in our presentations.
Excellent. And Mr. Spellman actually is going to be pinch hitting for our cooperative education coordinator, Rose Weaver, who unfortunately, because of the snow day, was not able to make it today. So we'll hear from him, and I know a very passionate advocate for putting the kids to work in the community. So we're going to talk about co-op here in a few. How does Jack Tech specifically help the students in the community beyond what we do in the classroom, beyond what we do in the shop areas? Well, we offer direct real-world training. So what does that mean? These programs are real world. When you have a student that is working in a CNC lathe or a CNC mill or a lathe in our machine shop, when you have a student that is changing tires or rebuilding an engine in auto mechanics, when you have a student that is running a professional live webcast or doing digital marketing, any of the 13 programs, they're getting the hands-on real world skills that they need to be able, as we talk, to be the best person that they can be and to be marketable within the community. And we think about what we do within our lives every day. We're calling plumbers, as Mr. Rose said, every day. We're calling digital media marketing specialists every day. We as people have healthcare concerns, cosmetology needs. All of these programs are serving our community at depth, and the kids every day are getting that real world experience. It's not just theory, it's in practice. We offer unique opportunities for local employers to take part in the process. Barry mentioned very briefly the Occupational Advisory Committee. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit and how you can get involved in not just partnering and promoting Jeff Tech or hiring our students, but actually steering the educational process. That is what we do when we form our Occupational Advisory Committees as instructors. We'll talk about that as an opportunity for you as well. And of course, co-op education, which Barry's going to touch on. Expanded economic development and marketing opportunities through our community partnerships. Again, the occupational advisory committees, the co-op opportunities, and more And specifically, we want to mention to you as well, don't forget about DuBois TV. We launched this program. My colleague at Jeff Tech, our IT director, Mr. Washington, and I, we developed this thing for a period of about 8 years it took to get up. We got the city council on board. We now have the first ever area in this region, the first ever education and government TV channel streaming on Comcast cable. There is power in there to be able to reach into the community, right into people's homes, right into their businesses with your message and opportunities that we're offering for these kids. So we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. And these are some pictures of some of our students out of work in the real world. Next slide. Jeff Tech's full-time adult education programs. Megan Bundy is going to talk with you a little bit about this in a few minutes. So we're not just talking about high school kids, we're talking about adults of all ages as well. Next slide. And what is an occupational advisory committee? Well, simply put, we take a look here. We see our wonderful Mr. Galuzzi here, our teacher of the year last year. He runs our culinary program. You see the logos that are represented here. DuBois School District, Stellar Foods, Fort Worth Restaurant, McDonald's, Ruby Tuesday, Perkins. We have folks from Pennsylvania Department of Health. What we do as instructors, part of our job, we are mandated to work with industry professionals within our market sector. Folks come to us, they sign on 2 times a year. We have a big school-wide meeting, then we adjourn and we go into our program areas. And what we do is we look to the advice of the industry professionals in our market sector, and we discuss and we craft our curriculum. We pitch equipment that we might want to need, that we might need for our program, and we want to make sure that you as civic leaders, community leaders, business leaders, that we are providing the real-world educational experience and the equipment that is needed and the technical skills that are needed to serve your needs in the community. So that is a powerful opportunity for you to actually steer the future of not only a kid or a group of students, but your entire market sector. This is economic development that we're talking about here. It's powerful, and we need your help with that. It's not a huge commitment. We meet every October, and then again in March. Generally speaking, it's an evening event. We have a dinner, and then we go to our shop areas, and we're usually out of there by 7 o'clock. So it's a really good opportunity for you to understand the process and have your input and say in the educational process. And we all know that that is a rare thing these days. So that's very, very, very powerful for you to be able to help actually steer curriculum in the development of these programs. Hopefully, we'll see you, if you're interested, see me or Mr. Philman, and we'll go ahead and get your name, and we will follow up with you and give you more information, and maybe you can join us at a March meeting. Alumni Association, I know, right, our wonderful leader of the Economic Development, Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development here, Julie August, is a alumnus of Jeff Tech. Anybody else here have graduated from the school or know somebody in the family or friends that have graduated from Jeff Tech? Yeah, absolutely. I see some heads. Absolutely. So, and many of these folks, you're going to hear a lot about success stories. We know that career and technical education works. We know that our school is having a dynamic impact on this community and on young people's lives. We want to tell those success stories through our new alumni directory, a dedicated Jeff Tech alumni website, which is going to be launched here in the next week or so. Through the events that we do on Facebook, through live streaming, through educational outreach. We want to be able to find the success stories in our community. We're going to hear a big one here with Megan Bundy talking about adult education in a minute. And we need your help to sort through that and find those success stories and prop Jeff Tech up in the community to say, look, this is what happened. This kid went to our school, started a business, and it's become a multi-million-dollar business, and it's successful. And we want to be able to leverage that power. Next slide. All right, let's go ahead and, as I said, Rose Weaver is not able to join us today, but Mr. Philman absolutely knows everything that needs to be known about cooperative education. Please put your hands together. Welcome our Administrative Director, Barry Philman.
Let's have you, can you get up? Or Lisa, if you're going to just stay here so you're on camera.
All right.
Over this way.
So, co-op employment, the promise we make to the kid and to mom and to dad the first time they come through the doors at Jeff Tech is that they will be prepared for and they will gain entry-level employment, period. The rest of it is not as important. So we are making that promise to mom and to dad and to the kid. Our goal is 100% employment. We started with 14. Last year we put 60 kids to work, and this year already we put 40 kids to work. So we're looking at, senior classes in the 90s. We're looking at some significant progress towards that 100% employment. If you're looking for an entry-level employee and you want to get involved in the OAC, that helps us to shape their skills. You get the double bonus there. And I have information here today on cooperative employment, which will share.
I can pass those.
That will share Rose Weaver's contact information. She will go out to the site. She visits monthly to make sure there is significant progress on the job site. And we have students that go out as early as their sophomore year. We had 2 students graduate last year. One was our valedictorian, and they had already started their 3rd year at Niagara Cutter, and they were making $18 an hour when they graduated high school. So that's the kind of success stories that we have to share, and not just out there working, but they're doing well academically, and they get that well-rounded education. You can see the types of places. I won't bore you by reading each one. I mentioned Niagara Cutter and Pace Precision, which is right here in town, Christ the King in town. So a lot of them are DuBois area businesses. And we've seen this list continue to grow. We're pretty excited by the amount of opportunities. I will mention some of those alumni, not to leave people out, but I will mention that Barber Trucking in Brookville, Miller Welding. These are major companies in our area, and they're graduates of Jeff Tech. So I do like to throw those plugs out when I can. Are there any questions about the overall cooperative education process while I'm here? I will say that we can be remarkably flexible with co-op. We can have a kid to you in the morning and they can come back in the afternoon to take academics, or we can flip that schedule. We can put 2 together. We can send you one in the morning and one in the afternoon to make a whole shift. Ways that we can help work around the ways that you do business. I will tell you that in full disclosure, you now have to have all 3 clearances that school employees have to have. The good news is it's not a 1-year thing. So we'll walk you through that process. It's a multi-year thing at least. You don't have to go through your clearances every year. But I like to be open and honest about that because some of the smaller businesses have seen a little bit of hardship with that.
Barry, I'll ask a few questions since I know most of the businesses in the room. When I was a Jeff Tech student years ago, I was also on co-op, and I took up data processing as my trade. When I was on co-op, I had to find a job position that involved the trade that I took up at the school. Is it still that same way?
Correct, and we have latitude to, for instance, I like to talk about an example like Christ the King. It's a good example for us because at Christ the King, they have CNAs, which we have we have a health assisting program. But a business like that also has a cafeteria could also employ culinary. So they could also employ building trades to come service the heating units and things like that. So I encourage our kids to think outside of that box and try to stretch the business identification to look for a route that works for them. I would encourage businesses to also do that too. There's more latitude for us to work. And we will do whatever it takes, transportation-wise, support for moving academics. I'd acknowledge, I guess that's common knowledge now, so I can talk about the fact that DuBois School District just hired 3 of our kids, 2 in IT and 1 as an HVAC specialist too. So we're very excited that we not only have industry partnering with us, but we have the very backbone of our existence investing in our youth. So thank you for that. And I should say also that Dr. Lansbury is a vocational technical school graduate from Admiral Perry, and now is the superintendent of DuBois. So I want to show that the pathways are there. These kids don't know where they're going to be, but they're going to get somewhere special. So, thank you. Any other?
Okay, great. Move on to adult education. Thank you, Mr. Flanagan.
Hello, everyone, and we wanted to thank you for coming. My name is Megan Bundy. I am the adult education adult student. Students. Featured programs, I guess, which you heard them speak about, is our CDL Class A training program. We have partnered with Barber Trucking. Barber Trucking is a trucking facility on Route 28 in Brookville. Barber Trucking has been a Jeff Tech advocate all of their lives. Joe Barber, the owner and CEO, again, is a Jeff Tech graduate. Very passionate about what he does, very passionate about Jeff Tech, and we have finally gone across the table and created an agreement with them. So we are actually doing a training program in partnership with them, preparing students to earn their Class A CDL license. Our other most popular program, I should say, is our practical nursing program. We do have a full-time, 1-year in length practical nursing program. Again, at the completion of the program, the students are eligible to sit for their nursing boards. We do see several of our students who graduate out of that program have gone on to obtain their RN or, even further than that. So again, those are 2 of our probably most popular programs. I did bring some promotional material with me today. Of course, I'm not going to speak about all of our programs. I'd be happy to pass that out if you'd like. In the evening, after hours, after the high school students are dismissed, we do offer some short-term training courses. And those vary, a very wide range of different training programs. We have welding programs, blueprint reading classes. We do some hobby-related classes, some industry certification classes. So there's, again, a very wide range and array of programs that we have available. We also have gone into partnership with an online company called Education to Go. Through our partnership with Education to Go, we are offering almost 400 short-term online classes. A student actually never has to come to the facility. They never have to come to Jeff Tech to sit for classes. They can do it 100% online anywhere that they have an internet connection. Again, those classes extend from Microsoft classes to resume writing, building classes. There's just a huge, huge array of classes that are available through our online portal. So again, I hope that you'll take home some of our promotional materials. My name and contact information is in there. Also, our practical nursing director, Brenda Hodge, her information is in there. So feel free to take a glance at our website. Feel free to give us a call at any time. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you do have. I would also like to throw out there that, again, the model that we have used going into partnership with Barber Trucking to form the CDL partnership, we are currently and will always be looking for additional opportunities to expand upon what we're already doing. If you, your business, your industry, if you see a need for something, if you're very passionate about something, we would be more than happy to entertain conversation and dialogue. Hopefully we can get something worked out. Again, our mission is to help meet the need of the community and its businesses. So any way that we can look to grow and expand and use that partnership model that we have already created, we would certainly love to have conversations about that. I'd also like to say that we did host the DuBois Chamber of Commerce about a year ago, I would say. We held their Board of Directors annual monthly meeting, I think it was. It was a group of maybe 10, 20 chamber board members. They actually held their meeting in our school, in our quote-unquote boardroom. After the conclusion of their meeting, we did give them a tour of the building. Many of the people who were currently sitting on the board of directors were lifetime residents of DuBois, business owners that have never been to Jeff Tech. I got the opportunity to tour them around the building. We took them in and out of every program area, and I will happily say that many of them walked out the door saying, wow, I had no idea what you did here. They had no idea what kind of facilities that we had here. So I welcome you, we welcome you to come down. We would gladly host your meeting, possibly have our culinary students do a nice little luncheon for you. I guess seeing is believing, and the more people that we can get in our door, the more people that we can show what we do, that's growth for us, and again, that's part of our mission. So again, please feel free to contact myself, Mr. Philman, Mr. Otero. Any of us would be more than happy to help you.
I would actually echo those sentiments that it's really neat to go throughout our building and see kids doing things that I have no idea how to do. And that's pretty much the best part of every day that I have. And then one opportunity to come in and see our kids that I forgot to mention when I was up here was that we have February is National Career and Tech Ed Month. And at the last Friday of every February, we do our career fair. And in the last 2 years, we've had over 70 industry partners there to take part in that. If you're interested in attending, I have the invitation that we sent out to our contacts. If you did not get one of those and would like one, we'd be happy to have you that day.
Okay. Lastly, we are going to discuss with you briefly, again, these opportunities for joint outreach and marketing, and we're going to share some of the success stories that we've had very specifically through the Digital Media Arts program. The IT Academy is a cluster of 3 different IT-focused career pathways. We have computer network engineering, and we have students that have gone on to become technology directors for school districts, working for school districts, working for hospitals, building and maintaining the infrastructure that is so critical to our society. We also have a computer technology program, strong graphic arts program, computer programming, and a really business, Future Business Leaders of America. They have partnerships established with Junior Achievement. So very, very interesting cluster of happenings there. In IT, the marketing and the general outreach that we do at Jeff Tech, when you're seeing Jeff Tech out in the community in terms of the video, the website, everything that you're seeing with these hard copies, this is the stuff that's being generated by my kids. So it's a very, very powerful and robust program, and we've just recently, over the past year, placed 6 kids out on co-op. I'm extremely excited about that. We've got another one, hopefully out on an interview today, or well, snow day, so hopefully sometime this week that'll happen. But we also have an innovative approach to this, which allows you for opportunities to partner with us. Whatever program you may work for or with, through occupational advisory committees or through hiring a co-op, you have this opportunity to work with us and my kids in digital media to do these types of things. Print design, digital marketing, social media marketing, video, audio production, live web streaming. And my apologies for having to be a one-man show here and do all this myself. The kids being a snow day, they weren't able to come with us today, so I would have had a team of my wonderful students here, but that just couldn't happen. But we're pulling it off, and I appreciate you letting me run around here a little bit. So let's talk about some opportunities and how we can get the faces of your businesses out there as well, supporting Jeff Tech. We want you ultimately to look at hiring our digital media experts. And recently, within the past calendar year, we forged a new partnership with folks at the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation. Over the summertime and into the fall, what we did is we worked with some kids through that program that needed soft skill training, what we would say, to get them a little bit more up to speed in terms of their personal skills and workforce development skills that they need to be able to get along better and communicate with people, maturity things, showing up on time, whatnot. Well, previously, a student that would enter into that program, they would have an opportunity to go to Goodwill Industries and be able to get training through the Goodwill model of retail and working in the warehouse and get those soft skills. What we've done is we've been able to partner with the folks at the Department of Labor and Industry, and we put a bunch of time in. We had students, actually, one came down from upwards of Kersey, I think. Up around Weeville area, and we had one of my seniors who is actually an adult student. She came in and we stayed after school and we did a lot of the marketing, the television commercials that you might have seen for Jeff Tech running through the fall. It was me and these kids. Oversized out applied to walls, and you see this recently. Our IT department worked with the city of DuBois, and we completely redid a fire vehicle for the city of DuBois in our auto body department, stripped it down, rebuilt it, painted it for them, and then they worked to create the vinyl appliques for the car. So we're not just talking about computer skills. Again, as Mr. Philman said, we want you guys to leave today with this broader picture. Any of our 13 programs, there's so much crossover that you could use in your business and in your particular sector. Go on to the next. So specifically, we have a model, and I want you to keep in mind about this. I unfortunately forgot to bring my promotional materials for this. The kids are going to yell at me for that. We have a model where we have a television show called The Digital Edge. We broadcast this from our school studio, and we bring in professionals from the realm of digital media, sometimes economic development. I see Corey Riley here. Him and Brad Wyszynski from Jefferson County Economic Development came in the fall and recorded a broadcast level television show teaching the kids about the fundamentals of small business startup. So we don't just talk all the time about digital media arts. They came in and said, what is an LLC? What is an S-Corp? Well, how do you form a corporation? What resources are available to you? Do you even need a corporation? What's a DBA? So they talked about the business aspect of entrepreneurship and starting their own business. And that television show, now that I'm back in the saddle, Corey, that's going to be up in the next week or so. I appreciate your patience on that. And as well, we've interviewed this young man right here, down in the lower right-hand corner, Jonathan Snyder. Very interesting story. Now, he did not graduate from Jeff Tech, but he is a DuBois High School graduate, and he went on to become, dare I say, a world-famous photographer. He actually is an aerial combat photography and video specialist for the United States Air Force. And a lot of the promotional materials, maybe B-roll that you might see on national news, he's had his photography published in I believe, Time Magazine, Wall Street Journal. I mean, this guy's up there, young man, you know, flying around the world in the cockpits of B-1s, taking those pictures of our pilots that you're seeing in the news and on promotional materials. You know, these are success stories. He came in and was able to share his success story with my kids. This is powerful. So we have a television show, and we actually produce content in partnership with people that want to sponsor the show. We utilize the money that we raise. Instead of selling Mariana hoagies or pizzas, we sell advertising in our television show. We sell advertising in our yearbook. We use that money then to give kids opportunities to go out into the field and take field trips. Go to the next slide. These are some of our sponsors in previous years. There's a promotional poster that the kids made advertising the show. And you can go on our YouTube channel if you're interested and watch this stuff on your own. I know we're getting late here, so we'll go ahead and keep moving along. What we did a couple years ago, and it's actually a strong testimony of a career in technical education at the end of this little 2-minute story. We took a tour of Pittsburgh. Took the kids down, they practiced art and their artistic vision and digital photography and videography. We toured the arts district and studied architecture and go and move. We ended up taking a tour of Heinz Field. Now, it was very cool because, of course, anybody can go in there and pay their $8 or whatever and take a tour of Heinz Field. But doing what we do, I had some connections. I was able to get into a little bit higher level with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we did something that they do not offer to the general public, and this really wowed these kids. Many of these kids, remember, a lot of these kids are going out there, maybe they've never even been out of the county before. So for an opportunity like this to open up their eyes as to what's out there in the real world, it was amazing. So we took the tour of Heinz Field, going down. You can see some of the pictures. These were my kids, go back. These are my kids up in the press box. Go back a slide again. That's okay. You might as well. They lined up where the press, where the national press is in Three Rivers State, or not Three Rivers, but in Heinz Field when they're covering the Pittsburgh Steelers games. This is my kids in the broadcast production booth. We actually got a chance to interview and meet the head of game day production for the Pittsburgh Steelers and see how this happens. The cameras that are zooming over the field and the big 70-foot jumbotron and the music that's produced and stumping to get the stadium going. The entertainment media, sports media experience, they got to see that firsthand. That was a life-changing opportunity for these kids. This year, our goal is to take my students to New York City and bring them to a Disney workshop, which is offered to underprivileged kids. Disney does this every year. They open up their Manhattan studios and they do a production workshop where the kids are going to be able to go there and actually work with the stars and the producers and the editors in the Disney studios for the day. And we need to raise some money for that. So if you're interested in sponsoring our show, that is where your sponsorship is going to go. Please see me, and I think we'll blow you away with what they're able to do. So, what was I talking about? The power of career and technical education. So I'm standing there at the end of our talk, and Mr. Chris Burns, young man, said, "Mr. Burns, where'd you get your college degree?" He says, "I don't have a college degree." Head of game day production for Pittsburgh Steelers, mind you, okay? "Really, you don't?" He says, "No." "Well, how did you get to where you are?" "Well, workshop in Chillicothe, Ohio, some years ago to become a recording audio engineer to record and make albums. I wanted to be a record producer." What? He got his foot in the door, got his professional certification, got his foot in the door, working for a contractor, laying fiber optic cable or something, I think he said, at the stadium. One thing led to another. He worked his way up the rungs, and he's now the head of game day production for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the power of career and technical education that we're talking about, folks. It is amazingly life-changing and transformative. And we're hoping when you leave here today that you can help us tell these stories that are also existing right here in our community. And I think we've got a bunch more stuff on here, but I believe you all get the picture, and we want to go ahead and wrap the day up. If we have any other questions, Jody, did you want to help us wrap this up? And I think we actually had, was Michelle here? She didn't show? Okay, that's all right. We had some folks that we were hoping were going to be able to give some testimonials in terms of the quality of the co-op education experience. So I want to thank our hosts. Thank you so much. And folks, keep an eye on the Facebook pages of our respective organizations and share this video because I think it's a powerful message and we're hoping that you can help us push this out the door to more people and get more people involved. And, as Megan said, get into the school. How many people here have actually physically walked through the doors of Jeff Tech and toured the facility within the past 5 years? Yeah? About a little under half of you. You owe it to yourselves to do this. You will be absolutely blown away at not only the quality of the people in the building and our students, but the facility itself is amazing. So I want to thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your day. Absolutely.
Thank you, Sam, Barry, Megan. It's always a pleasure to work with you and partner with you on a successful luncheon and many other things. I am a success story from Jeff Tech. Again, I graduated in 1992. At that time, it was data processing. I have used my computer skills from the moment I stepped foot in that school. My husband is also a success story. He took up lumbering as his trade, and he owns and operates a successful tree business. So many of our friends, graduates, I just can't say enough great things about Jeff Tech. They really are on the cutting edge, and I encourage you to take a tour if you have that opportunity. And thank you folks again. It's been a pleasure. Oh, and help yourself to dessert.
I'll tell you what, folks, I'm going to go ahead. You're going to have dessert, and maybe you guys want to hang out a little bit and speak with us one-on-one. I'm going to go ahead and put some videos up here as I'm tearing down. Feel free to come on up and talk with us, and hopefully we get you more information on a particular aspect you might be interested in.
Monday, she's all education coordinator here, and she's doing a wonderful job down here. Just smiling faces on all the students and talking to Walsh and sheer imagination you just wanted to voice. I'm here today doing the octane testing. I've done it for the past 20 years. I've been involved in myself and Georgia State. I almost won the very happy to be involved with Jeff Tech. It's a great organization. One of my ex-employees, Megan Bundy, all education coordinator here, and she's doing a wonderful job down here. Smiling faces on all the students, talking to a lot of the adult students out here. They just love it. They think, yeah, I want to be environmental police. As I got older, like parents, they just wanted to join stuff. And after I graduated, I went to another field. I started teaching for a number of years, and then I did the DuBois and taught here, and eventually I would run a salon. And this facility here.
All right, folks, that's it for our presentation. We want to thank you so much for joining us as we support Jeff Tech and DuBois' favorite conference in economic development. And I can't say enough good about people here. These partnerships improve lives here in the community. So thank you on behalf of everybody. On behalf of the children and everybody here. And again, if you're very interested in learning more about my digital media, how these kids can help you with your digital media marketing needs, feel free to give me a call at schools, right extension 232.
There's a lot of stereotypes from out here.